Welcome back to Binge Warmers. My name is Hoppa, the Naked Choppa. Pa, 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 pa.
Guys, do not walk, run to your latest movie theater.
What's your name, dipshit?
I don't want to.
All right, well, that's Steven. And we're talking about the Naked Gun. Blah, 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 blah. Steven, is the Naked Gun going to bring comedies back to the theater?
It could if people went and watched it. Like a lot of movie studios bank their success now on the box office because of
DVD sales.
Yeah, DVD sales just aren't what they used to be anymore, obviously because of streaming and stuff. So like even these low budget movies that you would just expect to pick back up from DVD sales, they can't anymore. So like they have to make it in the movie theater, and I just don't think people are gonna go watch Top Gun, Naked Gun. You know, they should though. It's phenomenal. It's a great return to form when it comes to just a straight comedy movie.
Yeah. I would say you don't even really need to watch the first couple Naked Guns. I mean, you should maybe. Like,
yeah.
You made you watch the first one beforehand.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Which I mean, you didn't have to make me. I was gonna watch it.
Yeah.
You know, but
It's a funny movie. And
yeah.
I think that style of comedy, that like slapstick spoof style of comedy, has really gone out in the past like 20 years.
What the problem is too is because you get people that really care about that comedy that type of comedy form when we get these older like Spaceballs and Naked Gun and Airplane.
Yeah.
But then you get just the laziness that is the scary movies or epic movie or all those spoof movies. They wanted the same thing. I don't think they put as much thought and effort into it as these older ones did, you know, to really make that genre shine, you know.
You get the decline of it because like there's always been, I mean, like even like Adam Sandler and like Jim Carrey, like those kind of movies they're sort of slapsticky. I mean, they're not like as slapsticky and crazy as like Nothing Matters in this world like the Naked Gun is. But you could even say like those movies were comedies that made money in the box office. But you can track the decline of like spoof movies with like Mel Brooks and all them. They were up here at the peak.
Yes,
and then you go to like Zuckers, and that's even like crazier. And then like eventually at some point like Men in Tights comes out and it's like, it's not as good. And then you get to like Scary Movie and you're like, this is hilarious. But like it's, you know, it's like pop culture references and just, you know, kind of whatever. And then it's like those guys who produced, like two of the guys that produced made like 1 million spoof movies that were cheap and terrible. And I think people just would
really just
them.
more poking fun at pop culture than making a funny movie.
Yeah.
It was very low effort, you could tell. Even though that's the point.
Yeah.
You still have to put a little bit of effort into your comedy, you know?
Well, to transition to the Naked Gun 2025, I guess the first one was called The Naked Gun Files from Police Story or Police Squad or something.
Yeah.
There was a show called Police Squad, and that's what the Naked Gun movies came out of.
Oh, okay.
So it was a spoof show that got made into movies. And honestly, the movies are more iconic.
For sure. I'd never even heard of the TV show.
Right. But anyway, so this is just called The Naked Gun. And there's like there's pop culture references, but it's stuff that's old enough that everyone gets it. Like he mentions the Janet Jackson Super Bowl incident. Like I think everyone knows what that was.
Know what that is.
You don't know what that is?
No.
I think her like shirt came undone or something at the halftime show.
Oh, and people were mad about it, right?
Yeah.
Bro.
It's whatever. I mean, you know, or someone ripped her shirt or something. I forget. It was
Wish I could have been all conscious for that one. I don't even know who Janet Jackson is.
So there's jokes like that in there that are kind of like older pop culture. The O.J. Simpson trials obviously mentioned a little bit. They don't say anything about it, but like you see a character like there's like I think it's in the trailer. I'll put it up here in the thing, but it's like you see the guy and like they're all like talking to their dads like, I miss you. I'm so proud. I wish you were proud of me. And then you see the O.J. Simpson portrait and the guy's just like, he looks at the camera like, mm-mm.
Yeah, in the credits it even says his character is not O.J. Simpson's son.
Not
Neubern's son. They wanted you to know.
But they mentioned they directly like so.
But it's funny, dude. And that's the thing is like all of these jokes, like we were talking about them afterwards, like how do we talk about it in the podcast? Because it's like you had to be there kind of thing.
Yeah.
But like just subtle things that make you kind of giggle just because you don't expect it. Like there's a part where the bad guy like asks Liam Neeson's like, oh, may I ask why? And Liam Neeson's like, yes, you may. And then there's just uncomfortable silence for a second, and you realize, oh, like he's taking you very literal. Like it's so good. There's like a whole running joke about him loving chili dogs, and he's like
has like chronic diarrhea because of chili dogs.
And like, dude, stop eating them. He goes, I had 5 more that day, and it's like, it's just so funny, man.
So that bit? Okay, so I guess spoilers. There's no reason to not spoil this.
Yeah, it's a comedy, you know.
But I would go see it because I'll come back to this thought.
We need to show them that we want more comedies in the movie theater.
Yes, and also, have you been to stand-up? Like, you've seen stand-up live,
yeah.
And then you've seen stand-up at home. Mm-hmm. Two completely different things.
It's completely different. You don't get, like, I love watching stand-ups at home.
Yeah.
Unless I'm watching it with at least 2 other people, I won't laugh.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I'll appreciate it afterwards. Like, oh, yeah, it was really funny, but I didn't grab my sides laughing.
Comedy is meant to bring us together in a
Yes.
live venue.
Yes,
I think like it's much better. Like hearing people in the theater like crack up the whole movie,
Dude.
like set my soul on fire. Dude. I was so happy.
There was parts that people would laugh at, and I was like, "Oh, I didn't think that was that funny." But when they started laughing, I was like, "You know what? Yeah, that is a little funny. Let's laugh about it."
What's so funny too about Steven, watching a comedy with Steven, he says, "I didn't get it," and you have to explain the joke to him.
Because I want to laugh, dude. I don't want to ask you after the movie's
It's
over.
not funny to explain the joke.
It is for me. And this not happens a lot, but I'm not afraid to tell you when I don't get it because I want to get it. Okay,
Yeah.
I want to laugh.
Yeah, we need subtitles to explain the joke in every movie.
Yeah. Well, because sometimes I'm scared that like we were watching the first one, and we talk about how they all reference something. You
Yeah.
know, so when they did something, I was like, I don't get that, and my buddy Caleb was like, no, you're not supposed to. That's what's funny about it.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
like,
absurd. Yeah,
okay, I'll take it. That's me. But no, it was so funny, dude. You got like cameos. I was talking on stream. You've got a whole inner movie within the movie.
that was my favorite
scene.
part. I believe there was like a
Yes.
montage of. So in the first movie, there's a montage of like them having a beach day, and then they go on the sea, and then
Yeah.
do this whole thing, and it's like, oh, I've only known you, or it's been a good like first day of
Yeah,
knowing
but
you or
they've
something.
done like a month's worth of stuff.
In this one, it's like they go to like they meet, and then it's Pamela Anderson and Liam Neeson, which crazy cast by the way.
But Liam Neeson's hilarious.
Oh yeah, I saw a ton of people being like, he's not that funny. Why is he in this? Leslie Nielsen was not also a comedy guy before
No.
Airplane. Like they got him because he was serious, and he delivers the lines
Perfectly.
like these absurd, stupid lines, like very serious, and that makes it hilarious to me.
Yeah.
But anyway, back to the snowman bit here. They go to like the cabin, and they go to like a cabin in like the snowy Alps or whatever, and then like just like normal stuff. It's kind of silly stuff, whatever. And then like they're like they get the Necronomicon out, and they start like summoning a demon or something. Like green gas like flows into like a snowman, and then like they start like having a three-way with the snowman.
Yeah, it's like a throuple thing, and then eventually they're pushing the snowman off to where oh no, we just want to hang out with each other. So then
watch
the
it from the
snowman,
window.
Yeah, so the snowman decides he's going to kill them, so it turns into a horror movie where they're running from a possessed snowman. And this is all happening within the movie itself.
But no, it's like still in a montage. Like there's no words spoken.
Yeah.
It's all visual.
It's literally like 10, 15 minutes of this inner plot thing. And it's so funny, dude.
They're eating his hands at one point. I was
Yeah.
like, what? They put like cherry like syrup on his hands and eating him like he was a snow cone.
And he was into it, dude.
That was so weird.
It was awesome, man.
That reminded me. You ever seen Jack Frost? The really
Yes.
low budget, not that one. The really low budget like horror film.
Yeah. There's several of them now.
I think there's two.
I don't
but-
think it's called Jack Frost, though, is it?
Yeah, there's two called Jack Frost that I'm thinking of, and it's like exactly that like felt looking like snowman. I wouldn't be surprised if it was like sort of a reference to that, but
Yeah.
they end up killing it by throwing it in the hot tub, which I think might be a Jack Frost reference as well.
Yeah, and they decapitate him and then throw him in the hot
That's
tub.
right. That's
Yeah.
right. So I guess back to the chili dog bit too. Like this is a police thing. So and police are kind of right now in America. You got a lot of like weird tension around police. So instead of like shying away from all that and just getting away from that, they kind of lean into it and
Absolutely.
like they make a couple racial jokes that are just like, oh, it's like one of those like, oh god, but then like they move on so quick that like you can kind of think on it.
There was one that's like, you shot my brother. He's like, you'll have to narrow that down. I've shot a lot of people. And it's like...
that could be thousands of people.
Yeah, thousands. And he said something like he was unarmed. Hundreds of people. He was running. His back was to you. Still hundreds of people. And he's like, he was white. And he's like, Tommy such and such. Okay. How's he doing? And he's like, not good. You shot him in the back.
And then they make jokes about the body cams. Like, keep your body cam on. He's like, okay.
Yeah,
Like,
he
like,
winks and
runs up.
throws his... There's like a running bit every time he can. He's getting coffee from somebody, man.
In the beginning of this movie, it's like a race to see who can hand Liam Neeson the most amount of coffee cups.
And then you've got like the cold case files as an actual freezer they're walking out of. It's so
stuff like
funny,
that. Like
dude.
that's the dumb like humor we've been missing. I
Yes,
think just like
dude.
this visual and like it was a lot of visual gags, which I didn't expect. Normally like nowadays, and I'll just be honest here, if you watch a comedy, everything is over explained.
Yes.
I blame Judd Apatow and Seth Rogen. They always like to just I'm telling you why it's funny. I'm giving you the joke. This is the joke.
They treat their audience like they're stupid.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm glad that like we get like, and this also has rewatchability because you can watch something in the background. Caleb, our friend who watched it with us, he pointed at the coffee shop they were at one point. They were outside like on a city street side or whatever, and then like it was a coffee bean getting flicked, like flicking the bean.
Flicking the bean.
I was like, that's genius, and you
Yeah.
wouldn't have noticed it unless like someone was just paying attention to that one spot for like
Yeah.
half a frame or whatever. Incredible, dude.
Yeah, there's a part where he gets like they wanted to do a car bit, but with him it's just he kept running into people as he's driving. He gets this self-driving car. He's asleep
like
at the wheel.
Bicyclist or something.
Yeah, and the car's like trying to wake him. He's like, grab the wheel. And it gets on the sidewalk, starts running people over. He wakes up. He's like, get out of the road. What are y'all doing, man? Like, what is this city coming to? He's just running over everyone. It's so funny. I think Liam Neeson was like the perfect cast for this dude, for real.
I think it's because you hear that too, that Liam Neeson and Leslie Nielsen got confused for one another at one point in time.
Really?
Because their names are very similar.
Yeah.
Leslie Nielsen, Liam Neeson, very similar names.
Yeah.
And I think they're about the same age when they started filming these. Priscilla Presley, who was in the first one, and also Pamela Anderson kind of have... Like, they're kind of both, like, at the golden years of their, careers almost. Mm-hmm. Even though Pamela Anderson's kind of on a comeback. She was in that movie called The Last Showgirl. Have you seen that?
Mm-mm. I know what you're talking about, though, but I don't
It's good. It's got Batista in it, too, I believe.
Yeah.
It's just a good movie. Check it out. It's, like, more dramatic, serious stuff. But she's, like, really good in this. Like, I think she's kind of been miscast her whole career of being, like, a hot, like, sex symbol. Yeah. And she is hot, obviously very attractive. Right. There's a reason they did that.
There's a whole bit of her boobs getting bigger and bigger.
I swear they were getting bigger. It wasn't like Power Girl.
It wasn't massively big, but it was like a subtle thing.
It was noticeable, though,
Every now and then they flicked her, and she had abnormally large breasts.
Power Girl, right? Didn't they make her boobs bigger every issue or something?
Yeah.
Crazy stuff. No, yeah. Pamela Anderson, great. Liam Neeson, great. The villain's great. Kevin Durand is in this. He's like the little henchman guy. There's a part where, again, it's like there's a part where, like, I'm just keep going to mention bits on this, but like there's a part where they do like the Mission Impossible thing where they'd build like a fake hospital and get like a fake newscast going and stuff. And then you also have, Frank Drebin Jr., which is Liam Neeson's character. He's like, oh yeah, I got him. This isn't exactly legal. And I think YouTube celebrity Liza Koshy is in this.
Yes, dude.
Interesting.
She's in
Good
Eternal
casting.
Affairs.
I mean, she was pretty good. I didn't mind her. Like sometimes when you see like a YouTube person, something you're like, oh, I know that's like a YouTube person.
Yeah.
This side was like, oh, she's just an actress.
Actress,
Good actress, funny person.
B-rate actress that got a spot.
And so she's like, she's like investigating him. Like, is this legal to do? And he's like, oh, not really, but I push the buttons. Or, And so they're like, we got him. And then like a whole nother set falls down. And then he's like, oh yeah, can you? What was his thing? He was like, this is.
How'd you do that? She's like, oh, I threatened to take the workers. Permits if they didn't work with this, and then he goes, we got her, and it's like a hologram at that point, and the guy's like, back from the worker strike union kind of thing, and
the
she's
OSHA.
like, oh, nuts,
dude, incredible film,
insane, dude, because every time you think you're done, it hits you in the face with something else,
a guy that played Moldman in the Fantastic Four, Paul Hauser, or whatever,
he was,
Paul Walter Hauser, I think his name is.
Yeah,
he's like the Ed character. And there's a part where he's like in like a beer cart, like trying to like stake out, like and like show Liam Neeson where to go and tell him what to do and stuff. And like a drunk guy comes up and he's like, "Hey, give me a beer," and he's like, "No, go away." And he's like, "Well, you got beer there," and he's like, "Okay, whatever." And he just gives him a beer and he goes. It attracts a whole crowd, and then like you just see like one child get a beer, and then by the end of it, like a bunch of children are drinking, and he's.
There's a part where because the bad guy makes everyone fight each other, kind of like in Kingsman. And for him specifically, because he gave a bunch of children beer, they're all coming back to him to fight him. And he's uppercutting, throwing kids through like vending machines, dude, picking them up by their legs and tossing them kind of thing.
Dude, incredible. I never thought in 2025 we'd see like children get chucked into a vending machine or whatever.
And then by the end of it, once everything goes back to normal, he's in like a
peace circle or something.
Circle, and they're all drinking beer. Him and all these kids. Just on the floor drinking beer together, dude. That
dude's incredible. I didn't realize how funny he was, like until because I'd seen him in stuff. Obviously, like Richard Jewell, I talked about and stuff like that. But like I didn't realize he was in Always Sunny. He's like done all these like I Think You Should Leave. He's in an episode of that. I didn't realize he was in that.
I didn't know that.
So I mean, he's got like a good career ahead of him. I think he's a up and coming comic.
For sure, dude. He's hilarious. Liam Neeson gets that free electric car, and he's like, "Oh, drive 30 feet." It's still attached to the gas station, so it pulls all of them and then pulls down the wall to the city jail. And he turns around, everything's running around. He goes, "This place is going to shit.
This place is falling apart.
I'm so done with this." God, I loved it, dude.
There's so many funny bits, so many good little subtle details. I think one of my favorite things, there's just like it's like 48 minutes later, and like that's like text on the bottom of the screen. You see a bunch of people like run into it and like fall over and stuff.
It's so shocking. He's like fighting the guy at the end. He goes, "Okay, if you want to fight like real men," he goes, "Yeah." He's fighting the bad guy. The bad guy like throws a few punches. Liam Neeson blocks him, punches him in the stomach. He goes, "Oh, my belly, the soft part of my belly. You have hit that. That is awful. Oh my God, people fight, dude. This is terrible."
He's like, "Have you ever been in a fight before?" And he's like, "Yeah, totally."
Yeah, but no one hit my belly like you have. And he's just like bent over, dude.
It's like if you've seen that Smiling Friends bit where he's like, he's like, "Dude, if you do that again, I'm gonna punch you in the stomach." And he comes back later, just. It's such a real reaction to have.
He's like, I told you was gonna do that.
There's a part where Liam Neeson's like fighting a bunch of henchmen. It's like he's he blocks and then he punches and he blocks and he punches and then like you just see like a line. It's almost like an airplane where they go to like slap that lady.
Yes.
There's like a line like now serving 47, 46. And he's just
punch. There's a part where he like slides under them, and it's like the ass slapper from SpongeBob.
Oh, he's hit them in the nuts.
But he's just nutting all of them, dude. All of them.
There's a weird bit, like it's like around that bit where like everyone started fighting because of the plot device, which is literally called the plot device. That's what it does. It makes people fight, kind of like the Kingsman thing, like you said.
Yeah.
It's just like the PLOT. It's subtle enough, but like it's the plot device, you know.
They spell it out too, so it makes sense. But at the same time, it's like, oh, Kevin Durant, dude.
Yeah, dude, he's great. Liam Neeson's basically like fighting all these people, but he doesn't want to shoot them, so he's like unclipping his mag and like throwing them at people, and then it's like returning back like a boomerang to his gun. It's like the most like it was so absurd. I'm just like maybe like I don't know because like Akiva whatever his name was directed this the Lonely Island guy directed the pop star guy, and I don't know if like either him or maybe like producer Seth MacFarlane like one of them saw a movie where someone like did that and thought it was super unrealistic or something, but like that was a bit for like. Like a minute and a half of him just like doing that to people, like bouncing clips off of their heads and like coming back to the gun.
After that, he like bounces one of the clips, knocks a guy's tooth out, loads it into the gun, shoots it back into the guy's mouth, and the guy does like a backflip and gets knocked out.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a bit right after that where all of a sudden the bad guy's talking to Liam Neeson. It pans to Liam Neeson. And it's no longer Liam Neeson, it's just Dave Bautista. And he's giving lines and just giving this serious thing. And I'm like, what's happening? You hear a toilet flush, and Liam Neeson shows back. He's like, oh, thanks, Dave. He's like, oh, no problem. Did I do that right? He's like, yeah, you did fine. He's like, okay, I'll talk to you later. Leaves, gets swarmed by a bunch of people. He's like, I'm not even in this movie. I was just a stand-in. Leave me alone. And they're like beating the crap out of him, dude.
Incredible. I think one of my favorite bits that I keep laughing about is it's like that Peter Griffin joke where he's like, he sees a pea on a plate or something, and he's like, pea. Tier, and there's like a griffin flying by.
Yeah.
Griffin.
Dang it.
It's the same sort of joke, but it's like he's looking at like a cherry on the table, and he's telling the bad guy Pamela Anderson's like fake name or whatever, and he's like Cherry, and he looks up picture of Teddy Roosevelt, and then he sees like a big dude like eating spaghetti, and he goes, "Big fat idiot chowing down on spaghetti."
Yeah, and so they just kept calling her Miss Spaghetti for like the whole movie. What's funny is like she had a pseudonym like ready. She was about to say it. And
yeah,
it was like Cherry Roosevelt.
Big my fat God, guy dude. Eating. It was like big fat idiot chowing down on spaghetti.
Yeah, and then Pamela Anderson does like a whole scat performance, you know. And then at the end, she's just barking, and he's like, "Yeah."
He's like the bad guy's like the only one into it. Still.
Yes, dude.
I don't know, man. This was freaking awesome, and seeing it like
so funny.
I want to reiterate, like seeing it in the theater was like amazing. Like to hear everyone laughing at it. It was
a pretty good turnout too.
Yeah,
I remember we walked in, and I said. Because I was talking kind of loud, and I looked at it, I said, oh, there's people in here. Okay, yeah.
It was a Thursday, too, so it wasn't like, I didn't expect like a ton of people.
Yeah.
And it was a comedy, so, you know, I don't know, man.
Yeah, we would f with it.
We f with it.
And you should f with it, too. Yeah. Make sure you go watch it.
What do you think, because we've got Mel Brooks doing Spaceballs 2, Rick Moranis is coming back. We got the Wayans brothers coming back to the Scary Movie franchise. Do you think we're up on the spoof train? You think it's coming back?
I think so, because I didn't have very high hopes for this one. Yeah. I didn't think that the humor from the past could get brought back up and it be done as well, you know? But I think after watching this, they've proved me wrong, at least for this one.
Here's a problem I do foresee.
I'm tentatively optimistic.
Okay. Here's a problem I do see, though. I think... Like, there's only so many jokes you can tell in that way. Can I ask you a question? Yes, go ahead. It's like, that joke, like, at least one iteration of that joke has been told in, like, every one of those spoof movies. Yeah. You know what I mean?
We were talking about that, too. By the time you get to the third Naked Gun, you're like, okay, like, how do you make this different kind of thing? So
me and Caleb binged all 3 of them in a day or 2 days or something. And we're, like, by the end of it, it was like, well, it's still funny, but, like, I've kind of bored of it. Like, after 3 movies, you know?
So it's like, I doubt this gets a sequel, but if this opens back up comedies coming back as just comedies, I'd be okay with it.
Preview's looking okay. 1.6 million I saw on the opening day, on the preview days, and then it only cost like 42 million to make. Yeah. So really cheap movie to make. I mean, it was comedy. Obviously, it's not going to be like a, you know, like Mission Impossible level stunts and whatever. Oh, we didn't talk about Leslie Nielsen got a cameo
as the owl.
As an owl. Yeah,
yeah, dude. He was like, "Daddy, I could really use your help." But I know you're gone, so if you could come back as like an owl, that'd be great.
He's like, you could do like an owl or something.
And then the final act, an owl shows up, and he's like flying with the owl. He's like, "That one, Daddy! Shoot that one, Daddy!" And he like on him. He's like, good shot, Daddy. Okay, get this one. It's hilarious. And then he goes like, bye, Daddy, and you still don't know what's going on. And the owl literally screeches and goes, goodbye, son. I'm so proud of you. And I'm like, what is happening, dude?
I think that was a way better way to do like a returning character that's passed on. Mm-hmm. There was a part of me, and I didn't think they would do it because I thought they were self-referential enough, but I thought they might have joked about it or something about like doing like an AI face or like a deep fake face of Leslie Nielsen.
Yeah.
And I was thinking that would be really like uncouth and like whatever.
Distasteful.
Distasteful is the perfect word, but they didn't. They made him like a weird puppeted owl, and I thought that was awesome.
With it. There's a bit at the very beginning. I totally forgot. He's stopping a bank heist. He runs in and grabs one of them, and they shoot him. It turns into a ragdoll. He throws it in the air. They all shoot that, and then as it comes into the middle of them, they shoot each other, and it's the funniest thing ever, dude.
He tosses one bad guy into like a group of bad guys. It makes like a bowling noise sound, like knock him over.
And this is the first the 3 minutes of the movie, and I'm like, okay, we're in for a good one.
It's that like trailer scene where he's like dressed up as a little girl.
Yeah, and he pulls it off and stands up. He like puts his you guys okay? And you see like his whole junk and stuff, dude.
He's wearing like a little girl's panties, like with like cherries on it or something. So stupid, dude.
God, I love him.
But no, I mean, this is incredible. This is a good experience, good theater experience. I would say if it does get a sequel, I'm here for it. Like,
absolutely.
I'd watch it.
Yeah, I'd watch it.
And even if even if Liam Neeson wants to do more comedies, let him do
more comedies. Honestly,
yeah, he's at the point in his career where like he could keep doing like geezer teasers.
Yeah,
like I don't know, like whatever I want to say Taken, but like kind of Taken.
That's dad action. What are you talking about?
I know, but there's a level past dad action where it goes geezer teasers, where it's like meant for grandpas.
Interesting.
Who know action
like
stars from past. Yeah, that's kind of a geezer teaser, I would say.
Yeah.
That's tipping on the line. But
if we don't even get another Naked Gun, just make another airplane with him is the thing. Like make him the new Leslie Nielsen.
Or even like if they want to parody something else, like Leslie Nielsen. I'm telling you, it's perfect.
Yeah.
Leslie Nielsen did a bunch of like spoof movies. He did like a Dracula spoof movie, an Exorcist spoof movie. Like
I saw footage of that.
There's been a ton. He's done like a million movies, like spoof movies.
Yeah.
If Liam Neeson is that new guy to do that, I'm here for it.
I'm 100% here for it.
Yeah. Keep a good director and good writer though. Yeah. Like I think Seth MacFarlane's
I want effort in these spoof movies.
Yes, I think Seth MacFarlane's hand was maybe not necessary, but it was a good hand to guide it because he has respect for those old comedies.
Yeah.
And Akiva Lonely Island, I think it's Akiva Schaffer. Good director, great director. Honestly, great director.
Yeah. Which again, we'll bring the question back to you guys. Have you guys watched it? If you have, do you like it? Are you guys comedy fans to begin? Do you not get out of your seat without it being a Marvel DC film? Or a Disney live-action regurgitation. What's your thoughts on it? Are you going to go watch it?
And do you want comedies to come back into theaters so you can laugh with all your friends?
Exactly. If you have friends, you may just be a loser.
Even better reason to go to the comedy in the theater. You laugh with strangers.
Stupid.
Goodbye.
Thank you for our members as well, Glavin and Gavin. Thank you for being members of the channel. If you guys would like to support the channel like they do, there's a link down in the description below. You can become a member and get full access to the unfiltered, unedited podcast every Monday. If not, like, subscribes, all that stuff is also just as good. We appreciate anything and everything you guys do to support us.
Okay, now goodbye.
There you go.